Hello everyone, welcome. This is going out to all the people that can't make it for this coming Saturday. We've got 5 attendees confirmed and the other 5 unfortunately have other things on, so I'm just making this video so you can all be clued in on the link building program and what we'll be looking to do. So this will be the basic presentation that we'll be running through this coming Saturday, the 17th of May. So the purpose that we'll be going through on the day will be more business in a smarter way that costs little to nothing to generate. And hopefully over the time I want to be able to develop more meetings like this. I think link building is a really good way to start because I had some recent positive experience with it. Link Properties gets a few leads every month from our website, mostly for search terms to do with property management. That I built links back when I started the business 2.5, 3 years ago, sort of about 2.5 years ago. I started the actual link building. So it takes a little while to get up and running, but once it's up and running, it really does work. So the first way we can get more business in a smarter way is always to network and to build lasting relationships for referrals. Also actioning the link building program, which I'll run through in a moment, and then at the end on Saturday we'll have a discussion and decide if we want to do it again and develop some ideas for future topics. So today's topic, however, is link building, backlink building. What are backlinks? So backlinks, also called external links or inbound links, are links from other websites to your website. The way Google runs its algorithm to determine how well your website shows up in its search engine is highly dependent on the quality and quantity of your backlinks, as well as what those links say about you. It is important to keep in mind, however, that the quality plays a much larger role than quantity. In fact, a huge amount of low quality links can affect how Google sees your site in a negative way. Most SEO experts agree that 5 to 10 good quality links can be far more valuable than over 1,000 bad quality links. And so there's lots of websites out there that claim to be able to give you lots and lots of backlinks, and you pay a small amount of money for them, but I'd steer very clear of those because they actually affect how Google sees it in an extremely negative way and can even strike your website off its search engine completely. So why links? An external link is like an endorsement of your website by another. This is because only you have control of what you put on your website, just like everyone else. So endorsement through links is a voluntary, conscious choice. This means the more quality people that choose to link to you, the more important Google thinks you are. Keeping in mind the quality over the quantity thing, of course. So the next major item of importance after we've established that we've got some good quality links that actually link to us is what your links actually say about you. Now this is where it gets specific because you might have the most important site in the world in terms of the people that are actually linking to you, but if those links are saying an irrelevant search term, then you'll get no traffic through Google. And that's because simply no one's going to be searching for it. So let's do a practical example. If we type into the Google the search term click here, and you can do this if you're watching this video, you can pause it and go for it to see I'm not lying. The first result is the download page for Adobe PDF Reader. So I just did a quick screenshot here. You can see that's the search term, click here, and the very first one that comes up of about 7 billion results is Adobe PDF Reader. Why is this? Well, have you ever been to a website that has a downloadable PDF document on it with a short sentence that says something like, this document is in PDF format. To view it, you will need a PDF reader. Click here to download Adobe PDF Reader. Okay, so it's the click here search term, or click here link, that Google picks up with its spiders. Spider is just a program that runs over a website and collects information off it. So it runs over this link, it sees that it goes to Adobe's website, and so it must think that this click here search this term has high relevance for Adobe PDF. So Google thinks that because these backlinks point to the Adobe PDF site and say click here, that there is a lot of endorsement for this search term relating to the Adobe website. Of course, Adobe would get much more traffic from the search term PDF Reader, but this example just illustrates how important Google sees these backlinks. What does a good backlink look like? Let's use my website for an example. When building my rent roll, I wanted potential clients to find me at the top of Google when they searched Property Manager Bean Lee. So I asked my referral partners to put a link on their website to my website that looks like this: Property Manager Bean Lee, a short spiel about me. This link is linked directly to my homepage, which is www.linkproperties.com.au, and then Google's programs ran over my referral partners' sites, would have picked up that they had linked to me, and I obviously did to them as well. And so that's how it was quite literally as simple as that to start building traffic through the site. Are there other ways to increase the effectiveness of my website? So we'll just go through these minor points here, and then we'll head back into link building. Yes, there are ways to increase the effectiveness other than link building, but these all actually take a back seat to link building, as we'll see in a moment. So using SEO, there are many other ways that you can increase the effectiveness of your website in Google's all-seeing eye, such as 1, using a WordPress site, because Google owns WordPress, structuring your pages and headings correctly, using a blog to update your website and give consistent content so Google doesn't think it's old and stale. Google's spider programs are always running over sites. I think multiple times a month they're actually doing that. I could be incorrect, there might only be 1 or 2 times a month, but they're always checking for new and up-to-date information, which gives you a good standing when it runs it through their algorithm to see if your site has been updated. Obviously that means it must be more relevant and up to date. Using video content on your site, YouTube preferably, because Google owns them too. Using images with appropriate tags, which will then be able to be found in Google Images. So there are also many more ways, those are just a few. All of these on-site type SEO ways to develop more traffic are very good things to do, and a very good web developer such as ISH Designs can help you with doing that. Remember, in order of importance, backlinks are by far the most important. Why? Because Google's effectiveness comes from its ability to show the user what they are looking for. If Google doesn't do this, it loses its effectiveness and thus loses traffic to other search engines. And seeing as though backlinks are actually endorsements by other people, then quality endorsements means Google sees your site as more important and more likely to be what the user is looking for, depending on the search term. So let's take a look at the global rankings. This is for the invitees, for the current live sites of the invitees that we have for Saturday. And as you can see, there's a few that aren't ranked there, but that's usually because they're new, or sometimes they're not in the top 20 million, because I think Alexa only does about the top 20 million sites. So there's a few good sites there that will actually bring up all the sites, because as soon as Google sees that some of the more highly ranked sites are linking to some of the non-ranked sites, it should start to develop some more traffic through the search terms. So my aim is to be able to get all the sites within the top 1%. So as you can see there's an estimated 1 billion websites at present worldwide. So these are not web pages, these are actually websites. So if your site is in the top 10 million, then you're in the top 1%. So let's get everyone in the top 1%. Action time. Follow the steps on the A4 action sheet provided. So I'll show you the action sheet at the end, and you'll actually get that attached to the email with the YouTube link to this video as well, for those who aren't coming. For those who are coming, you're not going to get this video, and we'll just have the sheets here on the day. So creating your link for others to endorse you. Step 1, determine what search term you want to be on page 1 with. And now for the moment, for the first session that we do, we're only going to do one 2 or 3 word search term to put into Google. So a good hint is to put yourself in the shoes of your potential clients and customers. So, for instance, when I was trying to develop my rent roll, as I mentioned before, I wanted to be number one for the search term property manager Bean Lee. So whenever someone typed in that, I wanted to be at least a number one, at least on page one, if not number one. So step 2, determine where your links will point, i.e. to your home page or to a capture page or a contact page. For most, it will be their home page. So this will be, where the links that are on all your referral partners' sites, you want them to point to your site. Okay, so you want to determine exactly where they're going to point. So to the home page is always a good generic one to start with. When we're finished today, I'll take all the action sheets and collate all the information into a single Word document that will be forwarded to everyone, and I'll also help in trying to get all the links updated on each other's sites as well. Step 3, what page within your site will your outbound links be displayed? So remember, the effectiveness of this link building program is in Google's ability for its Spider program to find you and give you greater importance to its users. It is not because other referral businesses will see you on their site and click on the link. For instance, a hairdresser can link to an architect and vice versa, but it's highly unlikely for each other's clients that they'll actually see those links and discover the services of the other referral partner from the website which they came from originally, because an architect, they're just completely different fields. So that's not the effectiveness. The effectiveness is in the ability for Google to find the links. This also means your links don't have to be in a prominent position on your website for the process to work. For link properties, I have created an extra page, an extra section designated for links called Our Partners. However, you may just want to put them on your About Us page or down the bottom of your Contact Us page. So just put a page in, step 3, so where you want your links to actually be displayed on the slide. Also, do not hide them, because if you try and put them in the same font background as the same font color as the background color, to think, if this project's just about Google finding them, then Google will actually see that, it'll flag it, and then someone will look at the links, review them, and if they're determined to be purposely hidden, then the links aren't going to count, and in fact it could be very negative for all involved. Step 4, who updates your site? Who's the contact person to create the links for others? I.e., is it you or a friend or a family member, or do you have a web developer that will do it? And that's it. Thanks for taking the time to listen. So down here I've just got the action sheet. So this is the sheet. It's only 4 parts to fill out, so it's pretty easy. I'll email the PDF of that through, or the Word document, so you can just write in your answers in there for anyone that wants to be involved. And yeah, let's get things underway. Cheers.